Hello, everyone. Welcome again. This is Logcast 24. I'm Cornell Montgomery.
Cristian Cabrera.
Stephen Bueno.
Joshua Grahal.
And we're joined by special guest.
Manuel Alejandro Nel.
That's too long. All right.
Names, cut it down. I've been telling you for years.
I didn't use the last one, Garcia.
Oh.
So I have
Look for
four
my line.
names.
You'll find them on
names.
IMDb.
Yeah.
I'm not lying. You'll
It's
find them.
almost
Yeah,
like-
actually, yeah, you can. Yeah.
Which reminds me of Christian's shirt. That's how many people you consume. That's how many androids.
Oh, shit. I really know some shit.
Yeah,
I like it. I like it.
Yeah, my DVC
I was going to
shirt.
get the Saint Seiya one of that.
Well,
I'm still going to do it. Like,
Are we showing off shirts?
oh, no.
Oh.
Smash
Oh, shit.
Wait, hold on. Wait.
Oh, wait. Black t-shirt.
No, it's more like dingy white and black and.
So,
Faded black.
so if we were to hit him right in the chest, would it be the same thing as like the Putty Patrol?
No, you'll gain your super.
Okay, cool.
If you guys haven't watched this before, we do bi-weekly podcasts. We might turn it to weekly when we have time in our lives.
Might not.
Time in our lives, Steven. Time in our lives.
Might not.
You know, you could cheat. You could just record all of them and then release
We
them.
thought about that, but we used to do that in the beginning. We would do two at once, but you kind of you get talked out, and it gets hard. But
Because you're boring.
Manuel Alejandro Anel Garcia, he sounds like a director's name because he just so happens to be a director.
Ooh, I like
Tell
it
us what
really-
you do. Tell us what you do.
I like your really false segues. I like that. It's getting real proper here.
It's very specific. No, I directed a web series that's called El Porvenir. I'm the co-creator with Miguel Garcia G, who also has a really fancy name.
I know, right?
And
I thought you
we
were
have
gonna say
2
what
seasons of that show, and you can watch it on VHX. You can pay for it. You can watch it. I think you can watch it on YouTube if you look for it on Macho Me Too. But that's only for a limited time because they're gonna take that away. And then after that, you
Get to
might
it now.
find it. Yeah, after that you
Right
might
now.
find it on
Start.
Netflix
Right now.
eventually. So, yeah.
Wait, you work with Me Too?
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Okay, what the fuck is Me Too? Like, where did this come from? Because you talked about it before.
Me
His
Too sprung
buddy.
up a couple of months back. I want to say that it recently started.
What?
Well,
no,
that
that's
recently started noticing
Me
that
Too
video.
has been around for like years.
Me Too.
Has it?
Social
Yeah, it's
media.
been around for like
it
years.
seems like it popped up. Out
There's
of nowhere.
there's a lot of vloggers that you probably don't know are Me Too vloggers. Like, but they're all Mexican.
It's like the
vloggers.
Mexican BuzzFeed, dude. It's essentially what I started seeing
Yeah.
after a while.
No. That's what they just started. They just started the
Oh,
idea.
okay.
They just started putting content on Facebook that has that like BuzzFeed kind of thing.
Yeah.
But no, there's a lot of vloggers that are like Me Too, because there's a lot of Mexican vloggers, and they work with Me Too.
Well, like,
Me Too either
there's
produces
some
the
in San
shows.
Isidro.
There's a studio in Ensenada where they produce the shows,
wow.
or sometimes they have like people like I think El Gusi and stuff like that. They make cooking shows. It's Mexican content for Latinos and Mexicans.
Is there like a Gordon Ramsay version of that? Like some asshole that just like knocks people down.
I don't
Mom?
know.
Abuela?
What do you think, Mom?
Abuela. This show just got
No, but they do a lot of that stuff. They do a lot of
Instead
that.
of Ramses,
Like,
it's
yeah.
La Doña.
Yeah. So no, yeah, we were in this network called Macho, which was supposed to be because Me Too did a lot of content for like makeup and cooking, and then they made Macho, which was supposed to be the man content, and we were on there,
TV.
and we've been on there for like 4 years. You can go in there and you watch the show. We're not gonna be there anymore, but I think we're still there.
You're the Spike TV version. You really are.
Yeah, we started. We were
the-
one of the premieres for that network. So yeah.
That's
like
what shit.
the
But,
Mexican Spike TV.
Me Too within the last couple of months is definitely something I started noticing pop up on, especially on Facebook. Out of nowhere, all of a sudden we're like, oh, these are the Mexican memes now. And they kind of just took over that.
Yeah.
Well, it probably is
category.
bigger with us because of the people we know in the community we have.
Yeah, I mean, we're
I'm
definitely
pretty
the
sure
demographic.
people of Amanda's. Oh wait, we have an audience today. People of Amanda's ethnicity wouldn't necessarily be having that on there too much.
No, that's true. But like I said, we are the demographic, so it pops
Oh, yeah,
up for
no,
us.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
And
you see
out
it
of
a lot.
nowhere, I remember the day that it started because I was going to work
September
and
11th, don't forget.
I remember I was going to work and I saw this link for Me Too and I was like, what the fuck is Me Too? And then someone else posted that. But then it was like different people that they had no mutual friends or like that I didn't know through anybody else.
Yeah.
So I was like, what the fuck? It's like, but they're all Mexican, so it just kind of made sense.
like-
Then I checked out the content and it was all like Mexican BuzzFeed essentially.
It's like the
Yeah,
intro.
no,
Okay, I have a real
That's
question
what
for you
they
guys. Hold
do.
on before I cut you guys off. Am I your only black friend?
No.
No.
That's you hang out with.
I lived with someone for a year.
100%. She was a friend. Black friend.
She was a friend at
coworker.
one point.
He's
You're
black.
my only black American friend. Yeah.
What's the other ethnicity?
A lot of Dominican
Well, there's
Republic.
black Mexican people.
That's not the
Yeah,
same.
but
No,
It's like saying
it's the
Brazilians
same.
black. They wouldn't associate. They want to be their ethnicity. Sorry if I'm offending
That's
you,
true.
but, you know,
No,
it's
they
true.
pretty much gotta go like we're super black. They do that.
Like this too?
They listen
Well,
to
that's
That's
the American version of it, but like,
You sure like that? Like this?
But no, you're not Cornell.
Oh, okay. I just don't want to be
Cool.
the only one.
Nah, dude.
All right, cool. Making sure.
I have several.
I already feel alone as it is. So.
Oh wait, no, yeah, like straight up.
I mean, I'm my only black friend, honestly.
Three. I don't have several. I just have 3. That's it. It's like him and 2 other people. That's it.
I like how you put him in his own category.
Yeah.
Well, I better be.
Like him and then 2 other guys.
Yeah, I work with him.
Well, yeah. And I work with the other 2 as well.
Oh, fuck him.
But see, the other one makes
Watch
him
it.
money, so like they're more important.
Yeah, but I make him famous.
The other one
baby.
comes with the paycheck, doesn't it?
Actually, no, that would be 4. I forget. Robbie.
You guys want to pay us?
Please?
Press his link. No, I'm joking.
No, seriously, do it.
No, but also,
Or so
since
no.
I'm really bad at my segues, the Segway writer, the guy who created it, what happens is he died on. No, he was bad at segues.
I don't know, man. You're really good at this. Huh?
I forgot what I was gonna even say. How long have you? Oh, what people don't know, if you guys are new to us or you guys don't know us personally, that we've known this guy for a long time.
Middle school.
I think when we first had the idea of making content, I think we wrote. You and I went to Yum Yum Donuts and we wrote shorts and we wrote ideas.
Yep.
I remember we had Ropa Encuera Fácil was one of those things. And
You gotta translate that one for people.
Clothing that's easy to take, super easy to take off, like cutaway pants and stupid shit like that. So we're making skits of that. We had a skit for these 2 dudes and all they would ever do was sniff stuff. And then like at the end of the skit, they lick some chick's head.
No, you just never got to do it.
We never got around to doing stuff, but you know what? Recently, I remember going through my computer and seeing all those things we kind of wrote out and like all these ideas we had, and we're like, "Fuck, man!" And I might take some of those, by the way. Like it's just
You should keep them. No, they're yours. Yeah.
Well, it's like when I was looking through some files and I ran to the Masturbation Proclamation, which
I found that.
I'll
No, you put
personally
that up, right?
I'll personally put that one below in the thing. But it was just funny enough. Like I was clicking it, I'm like, oh my god, I forgot about this. And I sat there and listened to the whole thing like,
a fucking genius.
You should use that. You should actually use that in
cool.
a video.
This is cool. It's ad-libbed. It's ad-libbed. We could make that an intro song. I mean, if we want to. We have the rights
Oh
to it.
yes,
We could.
yes! Holy shit! Why?
We'll think about that one.
I mean, who has all the copies? Probably like
Exactly.
You?
Why do you have the copy?
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's why I was looking through. I was like looking for something.
He was the main stockholder. That's why.
Well, yeah,
You know
I
what-
wasn't even involved in the song. I just had the copy.
You know what's funny is that recently when I was hanging out with Mel, we were talking about. Remember Framed?
Oh, I want to watch that.
That was like Framed was the first like. I guess
Ever
our
thing.
first
Yeah,
little,
we
like,
did.
short
Yeah.
film we did, which was it wasn't even supposed to be like a short film. And essentially, what happened is I didn't do my work for my history class, and the teacher was like, "Okay, so you guys can either turn in your notebook, which I clearly didn't have because I didn't do any of it."
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, you could turn some other shit in, or you can make a video for the class." And I was like, "Fuck it!" I had a camera at the moment, and I knew how to edit because I knew how to use like Windows Movie Maker.
Yeah, and that was a
And
shit.
this was Windows
Movie Maker was a shit back then.
This was like in 2005 like in 2005 when 2006
This
when,
was a year before YouTube came out because YouTube didn't exist when Frame existed. Otherwise, it would be on YouTube.
that's
Yeah,
that's
it
fucking
should
true.
have been,
I didn't
yeah.
even think about that. And because I was the only one that knew how to do all that stuff, it was like, oh my god, no matter what we do and how shitty it is, we're gonna make it. So it had to be about the Cold War. I remember that.
Yeah, and it had to be
Oh my-
McCarthyism.
Yeah,
It had to
it
be
had to be
fucking-
communism. So I think I came up with the like shitty idea of like some kid's dad getting like framed and shit like that, and that's what it was called, Framed.
The best part is that the only part that involved the Cold War was the intro.
Yeah,
yeah.
Hey, that was what
Apparently,
you reading.
it's
Is like,
modern day. Well, not modern day anymore, but modern day Study Seater at the time. And it was like,
There was
that shit was it was pretty bad. I remember all the music we used was music from Gungrave. I downloaded
yes,
the Gungrave soundtrack, and that's what we used for music.
that is like the weirdest combination. It was about 1950s communism via Mexicans via anime music and
and
shit.
filmed in
And it was in black
2005
and
in
white.
Black and white.
Yeah.
Black and white.
Oh, man.
I wish we could find that. mean,
I wanna
that would be
I
the
wanna
perfect
see
if
it.
you
thing,
guys
like,
have that, that'd be great.
no one's
to
got
show.
a copy, dude.
No, I remember the reason you guys talked to me was because I had been in this fucking like PSA shit that was running around the
Oh
school.
yeah, we
Like the
shot in
fucking
head.
thing that was on the TV and I get shot in the head. And for some reason you guys thought that I knew shit. I didn't know anything
No,
at the
I
time.
think-
Yeah.
No, we'd had a conversation about like that we liked movies and films
Yeah,
and shit
yeah,
like that.
yeah.
I think we'd already been talking about it, so it just kind of made in my mind it made sense.
That the
So,
guy
like-
that was in the shit was like he would
He
know.
wouldn't know. He wouldn't know. He's
I
an
bluffed
actor.
my way through the whole thing. I
He
didn't.
knows how to get shot.
No, but see, the best part is it shows you that if you try hard enough, your shit gets on me too. So, yeah.
Oh yeah.
But I love that. I remember. I specifically remember. I think it was your death scene where I think
Oh,
I
yeah.
beat you to death with a piece of lumber.
Dude,
and
and then-
I remember at the time that was the greatest thing we had ever made.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, we were so proud of that fucking thing.
I'm
the
linking
fucking
your stunt reels.
suspense and everything.
I'm
And
gonna
like,
link your stunt reels down on the bottom.
Oh my god.
oh shit! Yeah.
I still remember that scene
We're gonna-
too
your
because
cringe videos
when you
never-
were when you were doing the attack and everything else, and then the camera's falling while I think the stick
slow
was falling
motion,
too.
you're like,
I
Yeah.
remember looking at Manuel when he did that. Like, so the camera managed to fall with the piece of lumber as I dropped it and walk away, and he held the camera onto that and held the camera on my feet as I walked away. I remember as soon as we stopped shooting that, you were like, "Oh my god, that looks fucking good."
Oh man, no.
That's
That's the one thing
scene.
I will say. That is probably the reason I do anything. No,
That was-
that
that
is
was-
the reason.
That's what started my love for all that stuff. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Like when we started. Oh, is this happening, Josh?
Oh shit.
For anyone who doesn't know, Josh and I-
Everywhere you
sorry.
look, everywhere
Bro-
there's a
bromance.
it was a bromance made in heaven.
I'm so glad.
No, but either way, that's, shortly after that is when I started. We started writing shorts and stuff like that. And we started
Yeah.
just recording little random videos. And,
We did
and, like,
the
stupid shit.
group things, and then we did fucking sketches and shit, and like, yeah, there's a lot of random stuff
To
on the
think,
internet.
man,
yeah.
if we would have started from back then, that was in like 2006 and 2007
Yeah.
we were doing that, but we just kind of stopped and
Well, it's because we
we didn't
just
pick
weren't
up
sure.
later till we got like equipment.
Because
and
we
shit,
did it
Well-
under. I think a lot of people. The thing is, I really find it funny because what happened with YouTube afterwards. Because when we were doing that stuff,
You're gonna
it
get paid
was
for it.
very, like people were just doing random videos, and we just kind of decided like, oh, that's the thing you do for fun. Yeah, we had the fucking parody of the fucking Indian thing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my
Because it
God,
was a
yeah.
thing that we just did, and then yeah,
That got around our school.
you know those videos still have like fucking thousands of views.
Yeah, they do.
They have that. They're just there.
Actually, just recently went onto that page too.
Yeah, no, I'm never
YouTube
gonna
page.
take that shit down. Like,
Yeah,
even
hell
if I
no.
can become
You shouldn't.
respectable, that's just staying there.
And the best part is, has it got any copyright strikes?
One thing, but it was something I did with Magana.
Oh, see, that's good.
Yeah.
It was the Alpha one?
It was the no,
first
it
one?
was the jacket one. Right now, there's only
What?
like the deleted scene of that shit. It was me and
Oh,
Magana
because you had
did
the music
some-
in the end?
Yeah, we had the fucking Bob Dylan song in there, and I can't get that back on there. I have the original file. I would have to take off that song, and I would have to put it up there. But that one's embarrassing. That one is embarrassing. The other ones are fine.
Never
It was
get
like the leather jackets are cool or some shit.
Yeah,
like
that thing.
Yeah,
that one
one
was
fucking-
embarrassing.
That was
Welcome
pretty
to Nostalgia Row. You don't understand it, but we understand it.
Oh,
we
yeah.
haven't. We literally, majority of us, with the exception of Steven, haven't seen this guy in about 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So,
just met him today though.
oh yeah. Well,
Oh,
Josh-
Josh
See,
met
but
up today.
I've looked
Okay.
at someone that looks like you for so long. So it's like I know you already. Yeah.
sister.
You know what's funny though is that when I was talking to you guys, I remember telling you guys that when I hung out with Manolo again after so many years, I found myself doing the most hipster thing I could imagine. So like,
were you wearing the hat?
Yes, I was wearing my hat. So I was wearing my driver cap, walking down the streets of a foreign country with
you're
a
6'4".
with a foreign language book in my pocket about poetry. It's a Cuban poetry. Like,
Oh yeah,
poet.
yeah, the Cuban book. Yeah,
It was a Cuban poet, and I went to a little indie bookstore, and then I went to a little indie record shop, and afterwards I met up with Noah, and we went to an almost like an underground little brewery,
Yeah.
where they had artisanal beers, and we listened to indie music
It
essentially.
was the most artsy fartsy thing, like.
It was the most artsy
But it was
day I ever
normal
had in
as
my
shit.
life.
Yeah, it was like, oh yeah, this thing
It's
is
a day.
happening. Yeah.
It was definitely different than what what I regularly do.
Would it be artsy like how they remade Superman into? I'm gonna make it a thing with my bad segues, by the way.
So one of the first things we were going to talk about, because especially because it's coming up, was it in like
2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Oh,
Well, when
yeah.
this comes out,
Well, 2.5
it will
weeks.
be out in a week.
Unless we change the release date,
It's the 20.
which we're not. So 2 weeks.
The 23rd, I think, is when it comes out. I think.
So this will come out next week.
Yeah.
So it will be out in a week.
Yeah, it'll be the week before. Be a week before.
But I remember we talked recently about Batman vs Superman, but we had Magana on.
Link it down below.
which
Yeah, I
is
saw that. Yeah, I saw that, yeah.
And now it's great that I have you on because you were one of the first people I remember. There was like a huge Batman fan.
Oh, I'm a Batman dude. Yeah, I'm probably gonna say the most controversial thing in the world that I'm the reason that I'm a Batman dude is the only reason I like Man of Steel. Because it's a Batman
Ouch.
movie. It's a Batman movie. It's not. It's. I understand why people don't like that movie because it's not a Superman movie. It's Frank Miller's Superman, and Frank Miller thinks Superman is an idiot. So I think Superman is an idiot.
Yeah, I heard.
So when I saw that movie, I was like, yeah, this is the Superman that I know, the one that's a fucking idiot. So it was. I
telling me
really
I
liked
can't
it.
go punch people
No,
through buildings?
I'm making
No,
fun,
Clark.
but no, I really
And
do think that. Yeah,
I've talked about because I've talked about Superman, and one thing I've always said is like, Man of Steel felt like superhero the indie movie because that's kind of how it was shot. You didn't the main protagonist didn't really speak too much.
Yeah.
You didn't get too much of his origin story from him. You kind of saw it from all the other side characters, and he was in the background for a good chunk of the movie up until the big fight scene.
because it wasn't about him. Here's the thing
really
about that
wasn't.
movie. No, that movie I think is gonna do much better
In retrospect,
Yeah, and I think in about 10 years or so, when people get the Superman that they want, they're gonna look back at this one because this one is not. Here's the thing. Maybe it's because I live in Mexico. Or I don't know where it is, but it's the whole idea of like
Feel you.
Superman is supposed to be the American way, and this Superman is literally that. It's like this naive person who wants to do well, but then fucks the world up. That's what this Superman is. That's what Frank Miller thought Superman was. He thought it was something that was way too powerful, shouldn't exist, and the only thing that can defeat him
Goku.
is a human being, which is Batman.
Goku.
When that movie came out and people started criticizing it, saying like, "Oh, why did Superman destroy half the city?" And I'm like, "This is gonna be a plot point. Like this is gonna be a thing that's gonna happen because otherwise, why would Batman want to kick his ass?"
also if you watch Man of Steel, he destroys
Oh, yeah.
everything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
You know.
It's like he doesn't save a single fucking person.
it's
like,
Hiroshima. That's
Yeah.
what it is. Yeah, and like.
Do you think that'll be like a big thing in the next movie?
Yo, yeah.
Yes,
Yes,
No,
it
yeah,
is.
that's
what
That's
the
the
next movie is
trailer.
about.
I know
That's
it's
how it
like,
begins.
But like, will they actually say like a death toll? You know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah.
oh, he took out one guy.
The
Definitely.
reason
Kill
Batman
million
wants to kill, and
people.
this is the thing, I've only seen the trailers, but I knew this the moment I saw that movie, and because I'm a big fan of Batman, I'm a big fan of Frank Miller, and I know what he did. Frank Miller's crazy right now, by the way. Frank Miller's fucking insane now, but back when he wasn't insane,
But he still had some sort of.
yeah, when he wasn't as racist and insane as he is now. No,
Okay
Ridley
with it.
Scott.
Allegedly.
yeah,
okay with it,
well,
Frank
yeah,
Miller.
yeah, I
Do your
don't know.
thing.
He's
I
a
approve.
white old man who's kind of crazy, but anyway, no, the thing is. That was about Batman representing humanity and Superman representing like some sort of power that shouldn't exist. Zack Snyder made Watchmen. Watchmen is another movie I think with time people will kind of like realize what that movie was supposed to be. It was not supposed to come out when it came out. And I think he just decided like, oh, well, Superman is Dr. Manhattan. That's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to do Superman as Dr. Manhattan. That's why he makes that movie weird. That's why he made that movie like about weird time and about it's an artistic choice. I like it. I respect it. I know that people don't want that for a Superman movie. I get people who don't like it.
No one
They're
wants
not wrong.
artsy action movie.
That's
Yeah.
and that's exactly why I didn't like Superman
Yeah.
because of that. But at the same time, I kind of acknowledged what that was because that's
Yeah.
why I call it like the indie movie because it had that feel to it. It didn't feel like a superhero movie at all. And I think you're right when people look back on it and be like, oh, you know what, that was an interesting choice as opposed to that was a lame choice.
People forget where Superman was at the time. Superman was dead. Like
No, he wasn't.
the Superman that people wanted came out when like Superman Returns came out. That's the movie that everybody wanted, and no one went to see.
No.
That's
Well,
no
also
one
shit.
saw
Superman fell off
It
a
was
horse.
terrible.
But that's the
Yeah.
Superman people
Yeah.
wanted. That was the Boy Scout. That
Man
was
of
the
Steel.
person that goes outside and fights a fucking
Vince Steel.
You want to know how far into that
island
movie I
of
got?
something.
I
yeah.
got to the part where they call for Superman when they're in the airplane is falling. It's like, Superman, we need you.
Oh,
blah, blah. He's like,
I
all
remember
right,
that.
cool, I'm coming. And I'm like, I'm done.
That's
Well,
the
you know
Super,
what?
that was the
Yeah.
movie Superman. That's
know
the
what's
Superman that
funny?
people
I can't-
love.
I can't
Yeah.
fuck
Is that
Superman.
I think that's the Man of Steel is a symptom of post Christopher Nolan superhero movies essentially.
Yeah.
That's what I've always thought. Like after the Dark Knight movies came out,
Yeah.
like after that trilogy came out, everybody was like,
Standard.
okay, we don't have to make campy superhero movies anymore. We can legitimately make something closer to the source material.
And we
But
don't need
it only-
Kumar in those movies.
They're stuck in time. I think that's the problem with those movies. That they're stuck in a weird time where, like you said, there was the campy movies. Then Christopher Nolan said we can make real movies about superheroes, and then Marvel came around and we're like, no, we can just make straight superhero movies.
Yeah.
like fun,
Just make it fun.
happy.
Just improve on what we've done
Yeah,
before.
just make the effects better. But then the Superman movies were like, wait, we were doing something else. We were legitimizing
No.
superheroes as
No.
art, and what the fuck? Why people
Please.
don't like this? I get it. I get why people don't like it. It's you're not supposed to like it. You're not supposed to like that movie. That movie's ugly.
It
It's
wouldn't.
an ugly movie.
dumb.
Imagine if.
Why,
well,
though?
Imagine if they actually took the Dark Knights and did them at like how Marvel's doing most of those movies.
That
Would you have
suck.
watched them though?
No.
Oh no, that would have been
No.
like '60s Batman.
Exactly. Yeah, it would have been.
No,
it
that would have still been Schumacher Batman.
Yeah.
That was
Well,
such
most likely Schumacher, but I would see it more as in 1969, when that Batman came out. That's what I would have seen it, because it's just fun. It seems like it's fun, a lot of jokes. And
Well,
then,
no, but that's
then
what
them
Schumacher
dancing
was.
like at the
'Cause
end of like every
Schumacher
fight,
ones
something
were
like that.
legitimately a comic.
Yeah.
It was a cartoon that
This is
was
the-
live action.
This is the thing that kind of pissed me off after the whole. Because I think I got a little bit pissed off after the Superman movie came out and people were talking crap about the city thing. It's like the Avengers ends in a shawarma restaurant with like half of the city
Destruction,
destroyed.
Yeah, when they're
But
It's
eating
like
it.
what are you
Do
talking
you remember
about?
at the end of the
Yeah.
second Avengers where it's like, we can't do it. We have to make sure everything looks good.
God, fuck
Save
that movie.
everybody.
Oh fuck that second
Okay,
Avengers
so do
movie.
you believe that movie was garbage?
Oh man, no! I went to watch that movie. I was bored as hell. My boyfriend fell asleep, and when it ended, he's like, "What happened?" Well, they won. It was like they won. Like, and he's like, "Oh, okay.
Problem solved.
Yeah, that's it." Like, oh yeah.
That's what you expect out of every single superhero movie.
Here's the
They
thing.
win.
Well,
It's like Marvel rewrote what was supposed to happen because Christopher Nolan decided these movies are art now. They're gonna be art. Then Marvel was like, no, let's have fun, and then they're starting to do it too with because Captain America 2 was the one that was like.
That shit
that one was
crazy.
great.
Yeah.
the first
Winter
one.
Soldier was
The
good.
first one sucks.
It was a montage.
The
It was.
second half of the first one sucks.
Yeah.
The first half
beginning of it was
the
good.
first half of that movie is real. It's about propaganda and it's about the second half is a Marvel movie. That second movie is really great.
Yeah.
And it does all the things that the DC people are trying to do. And this Civil War one, I
It's
think
gonna
that
be the
people are
best
going to be
Avengers movie they made.
very confused. They're going to be very confused when they go to see Batman Superman and they're going to come out and they're going to complain, this movie's dark. Then they're going to see Civil War and it's like, this movie's dark too. Oh shit. It's
Well, look
like-
at their
Yeah,
tag
the
teaming
subject
on
matter
it.
this is based off is pretty fucking dark. The ideas that
It's-
they're facing are pretty fucking dark ideas. And that's great. That's what you... Well, I mean, that's not what they want in a movie. I mean, I
No.
guess that's more in line with what I want in a movie and why I like those superhero movies.
They're stuck in a very weird place where it's like kids watch these movies, but these are like modern
other shit.
allegories. So what do we do with them? It's very weird what's
It could
happening.
still be
with
good
And this
if it was
is the thing
Deadpool.
I always argue a lot with you guys, because I always say it all the time. It's like the comic books do way differently, and then they're not going with the comics. But as soon as something
But that's the
actually,
thing, like, and that's the thing I remember
I know.
reading about and
That's
hearing
true.
about before. It's like you can't stick too much for the comic to
Yeah.
the comic books because
There's no
you're not
mystery.
making movies. You're not making movies for comic book readers.
You're
because
making it
the
for a mass audience.
is really
Exactly.
small when it comes to
That,
I
the
know,
that's
but there's
another
also-
thing. That's where I like Man of Steel. Man of Steel is a film first, and the comic book movie second. It's a film.
You're
It's
putting
a
the
film
character
first.
in a thing versus you're putting the thing
Exactly.
all
It's
together.
it's a movie that is deconstructing
Well,
what that character's supposed
it's
to
what I've
be.
said before about superhero movies. Like, why would you want to go see something you've already read?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, a lot of people actually kind of do want to see it.
Yeah, because
no, that it actually is. Yeah.
Like
I'm
a
trying to
superhero
see.
movie,
I'm trying to see
that's what I'm
what they
saying.
do with those
Not like
storylines on some of them,
No,
because
okay.
there's been a lot of stuff that's been coming out, and they've been rewriting a lot of the history of some of those characters.
Yeah,
Some of them have
Christian,
gotten their powers from other
The
things.
easiest argument against that is how many different stories of that character do they already have?
They have a crap ton of them. I
So
know.
yeah.
you
I know
can
that.
rewrite a movie story
Superman
too.
has
It doesn't
killed
matter.
so many people. Superman has
Yeah,
killed so
lot.
many people with bare
Lobotomized.
hands. He's done so many things. And then when people come out, they're like, "Why did he kill Zod?" He's like,
Really?
Yeah,
"You read
he's-
comic books?"
yeah.
It's like, what's going on? Like,
No, he's a nice guy. He's to not.
Well, does Batman have a gun this next movie?
I think what happened there was like people just remember the Christopher Reeve Superman. They think that's Superman. That wasn't Superman. Like that was a Superman from the 70s. But Superman after that did so many other things.
I remember.
But you know what's cool, and it's sort of a double-edged sword because I think nowadays a lot more people are going back into the comics, and I think that I feel like there's a bigger comic audience than at one point there
Yeah.
was. So there are more people coming out and being like,
Shout
"Hey,
out to
this is
comics
what."
and stuff.
Yeah.
There are more people going out of the way and researching the subject matter and the source material.
I can tell you I am, for
But,
sure.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's same with me. Like I wasn't particularly a big fan of comics. I knew these characters, and there were nights when I would sit down and read about them. Never read the comics though. I would always read
Great.
like a synopsis of the storylines, and I feel like that's more of a common thing nowadays. So more people are kind of like invested in what these storylines are, and I guess you get a lot of people like Christian that are like,
Yeah.
"Well, in the comic, this is the way it is." I'm like, "Well, I understand that."
And there's also something that I think people don't realize about people that didn't read comics, because I think now people don't really read comics. I think they just watch the movies. But back when there was comics, there's two very separate things. There's runs. Like there's the run, and then there's the graphic novels. The runs were basically the television version of comics. They were the ones that just had like issue after issue after issue. They just made up random shit. They just had to keep the story going. the graphic novels were the ones that were like, okay, let's grab this character, let's deconstruct them, let's see what we can do with them, let's see how we can push them. I think that's what's
Those are
going
what you hear
on right now.
A lot more about recently, yeah.
Yeah, because Marvel's doing the runs. All the stories that they have in their movies are about the runs. They have the Extremist run for Iron Man 3. Like, they have the original runs. All the DC movies are doing the whole, like, let's grab this character and deconstruct them and see what we can, how far we can push them. People don't like it.
I have a question I want to address to everybody here inside the office right now. Now, just one answer, one word answer. Batman or Superman?
Oh, Batman.
Batman.
Sorry.
Batman.
How about you guys? Batman. So nobody here likes Superman.
No.
Nobody here. Okay, and I know that a lot of people like Superman.
Sorry, Mark.
No one should like Superman. It's the scariest idea in the world. It's the scariest fucking idea in the world. It's
Are you telling me you can't beat him? And if he's mad, he can take him over?
It's an omnipotent person that thinks that he can do whatever he wants in the name of justice.
And he's also a jerk.
Justice according to him.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's like,
we talked about this when we hung out. Like, what if?
oh yeah,
what if
this should be really scary to people. This is a person that has
from the Midwest
omnipotent power. He wants to do his own. He wants to do his version of good, and he's from fucking Kansas.
He's most likely a Republican.
The idea is like, come on, what are the chances that Superman is fucking homophobic as fuck? You know, like, what are the chances that he goes like into a building, he's like, oh, I'm gonna save you. Wait, there's my husband. Your husband? Oh, fuck you. It's like, you know, like, come on, man.
Superman.
That is a very likely outcome because we talked about what if Superman went back to Krypton and obviously he grew up in Earth.
I
and he doesn't know
right?
the customs. But what if like in Krypton, gay marriage was a thing, and he's like, oh,
he's like, disgusting as fuck. He's
Okay,
like, oh,
what if you see Superman at anti-immigrant rallies?
Dude,
We want no illegal aliens.
Imagine this. Like,
Aliens.
Trump is giving one of his speeches, and behind him is Superman and Chris Christie. Like, that's what's going on. Like, it's the Penguin and Superman, like, right next to each other. Like, that's what would happen. The comics tell you, he was raised with good American Kansas values. Well, I know what those values are. Like, those values are not very good. Like,
It's
and
not
the movie
justice,
does touch
dude.
that,
Oh my
too.
God.
The movie gets a lot of shit for it
Kevin
being
Costner was a racist. It's just a subtext, so you
Oh
don't
my
really get the
God.
full blown thing.
Hey, Ma, is this good? Yeah, that lynch will do. That lynch will do just fine, son.
Now the movie gets a lot of
American
shit.
values.
The movie gets a lot of shit for its Christ, because it's like, oh, it's a Christ allegory. It's not really a Christ allegory. It's the idea of the fact that Superman is like humble under God, and that's creepy as fuck. And that would be true because he's from Kansas. Like that whole scene with the priest.
He's a God-fearing Christian.
That whole scene with the priest, I think people really misinterpret that scene because, like, and I think it's if you look at Watchmen, you know what is going on. But it's like
Mr. Man.
that scene is not like, oh,
We're gonna offend a lot of people, dude.
Superman and Christ are in the same
Superman
shot.
likers?
Not really.
No. People think it's this. It's like Superman and Christ are in the same shot, so that means that the movie's telling me that Superman is Christ. No, that scene is about the reverse shot of the priest looking at Superman and looking at Christ, going like, "What the fuck?" That's what that scene is about. It's not that saying that Superman is Christ. It's saying that our minds would be fucking blown
If somebody
like Superman came in. That's why it was handled like an alien invasion movie. Like
It was
the movie.
Yeah.
The movie has its own context. Every time people talk about that movie, they bring in the context of the character, and that doesn't apply because that movie's a film first,
And we know
a
that we
Superman
always
movie
want to judge
later.
somebody by the contents of their character.
Oh, their pocket. Oh, their pocket.
Oh, damn.
He's got a rubber and a 20. What was he planning to do?
I guess we had a lot to say about Superman there.
Yeah.
a lot of that.
But back to the Christ figure and just one of the last things.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch that Johnny Depp movie Trance?
Oh no, I didn't watch
We don't talk about
Watch
that
that,
on the podcast.
and then we'll talk about like a Christ figure in a movie.
Why do you guys bring up Johnny
Well,
Depp every
I
time?
had a movie question I actually brought up to you.
Trans or
I believe.
Transcendence?
Transcendence.
Transcendence.
Yeah.
Trance was the one with the Danny Boyle with fucking
Oh yeah.
James McAvoy.
It was like, okay, so out of all the
And
movies you like in
Rosario
your
Dawson's Pussy.
lifetime, if they were like, we have a really good budget, we have the best actors, and blah blah blah, and they're gonna make a great reboot, what movie would you want to see rebooted? That
You guys
okay,
go
no,
first.
that was
Hold on,
treated
hold
like
on.
that was treated like shit before, and that could be made amazing now.
Okay, so
Last
it's treated like
Airbender.
shit.
You guys go. Oh yeah,
on,
that's
you
a
just
good
said-
one.
what?
Hold
No,
on.
that's Airbender.
That's a good one.
Oh,
God
okay,
damn it,
okay.
Josh. That
Best
would have been.
You didn't even think
Okay,
about it.
Yeah, it's true.
He's been holding it onto his heart for this whole time.
Josh,
He's like,
that's a good one. What about you? What do you think? Well,
fuck me. Now that Josh did it.
well, think of it because there's been a lot of shitty movies.
I liked it and it had its own thing. I would like to see a new Spawn movie.
Okay. That's not bad. That's not bad.
Yeah.
That's definitely gonna happen.
I mean, it had a good run, but I want to see the first half done again. The Harry Potter franchise.
Oh, fuck you.
I don't like the first one. I don't like the second one. I don't really.
No, fuck you, because that was probably gonna be my.
Okay, I was like,
can I expand on that thing?
Oh, yeah,
I want it to be done as an HBO series, or as a series.
Oh, okay.
I don't want movies.
I
don't want movies. I want every episode to be a chapter of every book for like 10 years or so.
Damn.
That's the only way it should be done.
The way World War Z should have been done.
One.
I see. I shouldn't have let you guys
Go
go first because the majority.
it's just a birthday video.
No, it's the fact that there's so many good ones that you guys have, and like I'm
really
trying to think of one right now. Just give me a second. Give me a second. I'll think of one. No, hell no. I don't. Regardless of what it is, I still don't want that because the reason why is because a lot of those live action, when they make an anime live action, it always sucks.
No.
The point of the question.
I know. I know. It will be good. It will be good. I'm still gonna say hell no on those ones, but give me a second.
You don't want to waste your one chance.
John
Carter. John Carter for.
No. Oh hell no.
No one knows what that's about.
It was a piece of shit. Still gonna be a piece of shit. Ah, goddamn.
Fantastic Four. Fuck it. Just say
no. I don't want a superhero. I
Or
want a
a standalone fucking Silver Surfer movie.
Yeah, fuck it.
Oh my god, that would be insane.
That would be
Did you ever watch that?
If you're talking about a dark fucking cartoon or dark movie,
I know.
Yeah, we're giving you time, and I still have to talk. Yeah.
Go on.
So the Silver Surfer, sidebar.
Yeah.
The Silver Surfer animated series from the 1990s was fucking amazing, dude. And it was dark as shit because it was all about some dude who was doing really fucked up shit for Galactus. He was basically enslaved to Galactus, and the only thing he wanted to do was find his wife again. But he was basically going to planets, meeting the people, and killing them.
And he can
No.
Well, he's
telling them that they're about to get eaten.
Yeah. And the planet's getting destroyed after.
Yeah.
all right.
But I figured out already. I want a Mortal Kombat, like a newer Mortal Kombat movie.
That already exists.
What's up? No,
the
no,
series.
the series does. A series does, but an actual movie because now the martial arts have gotten better. And a lot of the CG and everything else has gotten a lot better now, so they can actually do a lot better.
That's happening.
That
though.
would be fucking legit.
That's been announced though. That's happening.
I don't know if that was
The film. No, the film has been announced.
Yeah, the series was like a prequel.
Well,
they were trying to get it greenlit
no.
years back when the
They are
series came
getting
out.
a movie from the guy who made the Legacy ones.
No, they're not.
They're not.
No.
Oh, never
I
mind.
remember they were talking about that.
Listen to him. He knows.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't mind.
you
But
would
that's
see
what I
what
wouldn't
that
mind. I wouldn't mind seeing that. That'd be great as hell. And we all seen the original Mortal Kombat. They're pretty crap, but they were sick.
Your home
They were
is
so
mine.
fucking
Yeah, they were-
cheesy.
yeah,
That's what I liked
exactly.
about it.
But
It fucking punches Goro in the nuts. Like,
they should redo the whole Resident Evil series.
Oh
Should we
my
do the
god!
whole Resident
I didn't
Evil
think about
series?
There's
that.
no good Resident Evil movie.
No,
No.
it isn't.
And yet it makes so much. Okay, I'm pretty sure you've seen the last one. I know you've
No,
seen
I
the
haven't
last
seen
one.
I know
Oh
I
my
have.
god, that movie
It's
literally
terrible.
plays like the game. It is. We're going to this level. This level is the level.
Yeah.
Like, it was so bad that when I was watching, I'm like, these people are literally walking around dressed up as the characters from the game in the outfits.
I saw
they're
the
wearing.
clips. Yeah.
And this is supposed to be reality. Like, oh my god, it just blew my mind.
Okay, and here's
God.
what
And it
I
got
think
more
is
and more
that-
like that as a series.
Throughout the
Speaking
series,
of
yeah.
Resident Evil, and speaking of like, this is gonna be about video game movies,
Yeah.
and we just talked about comic book movies and how they kind of went through a transition and kind of got taken serious after a while. When do you guys think that'll happen for video games too?
Never.
Because
No, it's happening.
It's-
It's gonna
the
happen.
idea
No,
behind-
that it will be.
Well, the
as
idea
good as
behind
what it
video
was.
game movies has always been like, this is a medium that children enjoy. This is something that children enjoy. As we're getting older and as more and more games like The Last of Us are gaining like critical acclaim, they are slowly being taken more and more serious. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Assassin's Creed.
it you
That's happening. No, that's happening.
that's
like it already happened.
That's actually becoming a movie, but we've also had the print. We've also had
I'm thinking Prince of Persia.
because we've had the
Same
Prince of
shit.
Persia.
Yeah, right.
Then that movie was not that great as it
But I'm
is.
saying, like, when do you guys think
We
that'll
won't get to that
happen?
level.
It's-
That's the only reason- look,
It's probably
I-
next decade.
Let me explain you the only reason why
10 to
20s.
15.
The
They
20s
won't-
is the time.
10 to
it won't-
15 years.
It won't work for me is because the stories were already told well in the game.
Yeah.
So you got to condense all that was already played through and
No, but that's the
deeper
problem,
and
though.
put it into a movie.
That's the problem. That's the problem that comic book movies had before. It was
Yeah,
this idea that
well,
like they were gonna make a movie that had nothing to, and that's how they made them. They just like got a random script and like plug in the characters in there, and that's how that shit happened. Like they need to start thinking what kind of movies they can tell with those characters first.
Well, that's what I was saying earlier too about like how they don't have to necessarily follow that. They could rework around it, and that's what they're doing with the Assassin's Creed movie. They're taking that universe and they're working with it and creating a story out of it. Because that's pretty much what they do every single other fucking game. It's like, well, you're a pirate now.
Well, also,
awesome.
Here's also another thing that I know for a fact. A lot of those video game actual movies or adaptations that are going to be coming out are going to be bad. Because a lot of those ones have choices that are made. And the thing is, if you...
The best ones do.
Yeah. Majority of the best ones have choices. Now, if you go neutral choices every time, it's just going to be very bland.
Have you not seen Wayne's World?
Have you not? Well, have you played like Mass Effect? You have choices to either destroy, incinerate other people, but if you go neutral, you're pretty much just saying, "Oh no, never mind, I'm not going to do that."
Okay. Look,
it would be a really good movie. It would be a really good movie, and it might happen because apparently Nintendo's getting into the film business. Imagine a Super Mario movie made by the people that made the Lego movie. That's what should be happening. Like people going like, let's grab Super Mario and let's try to do something like what we did with Lego, which is it wasn't a movie about Legos. It was a movie about a dad and his kid and the idea of growing up and socialism for some reason and like all these things.
Damn you, Bernie Sanders!
And then they made a Lego movie like that. That's how they should make those movies. They should make them idea first and then try to fit it into the world.
Well, that's kind of what they're doing with Wreck-It Ralph. Think about it. Wreck-It Ralph was an amazing movie because
or Roger Rabbit.
I still haven't seen it.
You know what Roger was great? Yeah. That Wreck-It Ralph was the movie that I feel like Pixel wanted to be.
Oh, Pixel didn't want to be anything.
No,
Pixels had no intentions to be anything. Trust me.
Like, we wanted to bring all these video game characters together and talk about these things. I think it was told from an 80s nostalgia standpoint and that 80s mentality of what video games were. But while Wreck-It Ralph took it from the mentality of what video games are now.
Nah.
But see, what they did when they first fucked up was when they cast Kevin James, Adam Sandler, and everyone else.
Well, they didn't cast them. They bought the
it was Adam Sandler's movie.
Bad. Like, I'm gonna write, direct, and star in this motherfucker.
Well, you know, he just wanted vacation. So,
Adam,
Christian had a good topic too about twisted movies. Like, what is your best? What is your worst? And what is your worst?
It's a good, the bad, and the worst.
Like the best twist we all know. I mean, okay, this is gonna be full spoilers.
Well,
if you haven't lived in 1997,
I might have a different one than most.
Oh, I'm just gonna say like one of the best twists.
There's some people that weren't even born in 1997.
That's true.
That's
The Sixth Sense. I mean, I think that's one of the best fucking twists. Of course, it's gonna be number one because
you have time to think of one.
That movie gets better the second time you watch it because the first time you see it, you're like, okay, I'm surprised. The second time you see that all those clues were there the whole time. You're like, oh shit, I didn't see that. Oh shit, I didn't see that. So it's like, it's cooler.
Yeah, but you know what? It pales in comparison to the mother of all twists, which is Usual Suspects.
Oh my god, yes.
Because that one was the one where like, what? The minority? What the fuck? Like the whole thing. Like that one was the one that I think.
What was the line at the end? The Kevin Spacey line was the greatest.
Oh, the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was making everybody else that he didn't exist. Yeah. That's a good movie.
I had that one in my head. But the thing is, that one was really good, really well written. But I like to go to the one that I remember from my childhood as well, because when I first watched Star Wars and I saw Empire Strikes Back, knowing that Darth Vader was Luke Skywalker's father, that one actually when I was a kid, actually freaked me out. I was like, wait, what? His dad's been destroying everything the whole time? It's like, holy crap.
Yeah, I fucked myself over on that one. The first ever anything of Star Wars that I watched is I put the Return of the Jedi tape into the VCR. And the first scene that popped up, because it was right there, I guess, was the scene where Luke keeps himself up and like, hello, father. Like, oh.
Damn.
I guess this is what this is about. And for a long time, I thought that this series was about like this dude turning himself in and then Ewoks and shit. Like that's what I thought Star Wars was for a while. And then I saw the other stuff, but I never had that experience.
Hello, father. Well, yeah.
What about you, Josh? What was yours? Do you have a good one?
The Last Airbender.
The biggest twist was that a shitty movie?
Yeah.
That was not a twist.
What was Shyamalan's twisted movie?
Just because M. Night Shyamalan directed doesn't mean it's freaking a twist.
That's a twist.
No. That would have been a twist if it had been a good movie.
Yeah. That would have been.
Holy shit! I can't believe what the twist was. What was it? Oh my god.
It was kind of like The Visit.
I think it was when the iceberg came out on the Titanic. I don't know. I really have no fucking
The second half of Titanic is
It was a murder mystery. Is that not what Titanic was?
Sherlock Holmes came out. Well, look at that, Watson. They sank.
And froze to death.
Hypothermia?
Look at that. There's Leonardo DiCaprio.
Odd.
I really don't know.
No, he sank. You wouldn't find him. He sank. Everybody else floated.
Yeah, nothing really comes to mind for me. Very quiet.
I do have one. It's one of my favorite fucking movies. It's Fight Club. Tyler Durden.
Fuck you.
See, you said you couldn't think of one. Then
that's what happens when you pull off a bullshit twist. They're like,
Okay, and I'm gonna say Tyler Durden, but the original one I was gonna go for, which till this day I will back up this decision. Fuck, I forgot the name of the movie.
Oh, The Crow, because you found out it wasn't Brandon Lee.
Because he's been dead the whole
that
time.
movie, it's an M. Night Shyamalan movie. I'll give you that.
oh wait, is it the alien one?
Is it Signs?
Lady in the Water.
It's
The Happening.
Lady in the Water. No, it's not Lady in the Water. It's the one. It's The Village.
Yeah.
That one, I've always held that if you would have read that in a book, that would have been a great fucking book.
Ironically, that book was written in 1993.
Yeah, that was already.
And he got
that
sued
movie was
for
already
it.
there.
Margaret Haddix. I like her book.
Because I remember when I watched the movie, I was like, wait, isn't that book we read in middle school?
Bam, paralegals, bitch.
Yeah, I think
And that's the
people
thing,
knew
like,
about
that's
it.
what
He's
Yeah.
like, no, I
watched
didn't
it.
steal it. It's like, it's literally the same thing, and they were in a fucking.
Yeah.
You just
like
changed the
reserve.
title.
No, yeah, because when I remember watching the movie, and I was like, well, this movie's kind of shit. And no, but I remember watching it and I was like, well, all the marketing made it out to be something that it really wasn't.
Yeah.
So when you watch the movie and you're
What a
like,
twist.
oh, okay, that's a cool twist. And that's kind of like nice to see the character outside of that. Had I read that in something, especially if the narrator would have
I
When
still
I
haven't
see it,
read
my
it.
dad hides the
You still haven't
guns.
thought of one?
No.
No,
Well,
okay.
I mean, I guess like the number 23, but is that really much of a twist?
That it wasn't a great movie.
Yeah.
You got
Oh,
something good in
man,
those
I remember that
It
movie.
had to be
That movie existed.
Oh God!
I don't get out that much.
You should know more movies. Amanda doesn't get out that much.
How many movies are there where the twist is that the guy was crazy all along? Because there's that
Oh my
one.
God! Secret Window.
There's the jacket,
Secret
too.
Window. As soon as the intro,
Oh,
the
Psycho.
beginning part was inside the car, he's
Psycho.
like,
You thought my story.
I'm just gonna leave. Just gonna leave. I'm like, he's the fucking killer.
Yeah.
Like as soon as that happened,
Fucking Shutter Island too.
Hey!
Oh my god, I fucking hate that movie.
he should have gotten an
I
Oscar.
actually hate
Or-
that movie.
oh wait, yeah.
I'm
By
sorry.
this time, this podcast come out, we'll be 2 weeks late for about Leo getting his Oscar.
I know.
Congratulations,
Congratulations.
you really, it's your time.
I really liked the beginning of Shutter Island. It was really good, and then towards the end, it was shit.
It only
It
took a
was
bear
shitty.
attack to.
Isn't that a Scorsese movie?
Yes,
Yeah,
it is.
It's a
That-
really good Scorsese movie until it turns out to be like that, like first short film made by everybody that's ever existed.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Including me, I even made one of those too. We made a short film where the ending was the guy was crazy all along. It never came out though. So
Framed.
yeah.
We wrote
Was
a
that?
fucking short film. I forgot this.
The Ultimate Mindfuck?
The Ultimate Mindfuck.
I
is what we
have
called
that.
it.
That was
You
framed
have
I
too.
that?
have the notebook with that. I saw it like when I went home and I saw notebooks and I think
All right.
I saw that shit.
We have to film that.
Okay, so
We have
the
to film
Ultimate
that.
Mindfuck. We went to
Don't
Eight
No.
Films to Die For. Okay, so let me go
Yeah.
back. So we went to this thing in the local movie theater called Eight Films to Die For, which you would pay
Yeah.
The local
theater
franchise
admission.
movie theater.
Yeah, the local franchise movie theater.
The local.
Yeah, it wasn't a small thing. It was
The local
like a local
AMC.
restaurant. It's a McDonald's. Like. Okay.
I was like, oh hey, McDonald's is showing
It's a very humble. They need a plug. It's a very humble place. We should do everything to help.
But
'cause they're
we
free
went
Big
to a
Mac.
local franchise movie theater, and you would pay for your admission, and they would show several horror movies that day.
Yeah.
And we kept going back, and we would just watch all of them.
You're supposed to pay for every one of them.
Yeah, you're supposed to
They
pay for
didn't
each
care.
one.
Oh fuck that! No one paid for that.
You just
shit.
sat in the movie theater. It was every 30 minutes.
Yeah. So him and I went and we saw this movie called The Hamiltons. And what The Hamiltons was this movie about like I think they were like vampires, some sort of monsters, and they were eating people, but they were also fucking each other, and they were like this family. And we thought it was like a bunch of really fucked up shit. So we
True
thought,
Blood.
dude,
That's what you have to do. You
we were like,
fucked up shit. Yeah.
why don't we write the most fucked up movie? So we called it The Ultimate Mindfuck.
It was some dude that was crazy and like that's as much as like I remember.
Yeah,
like,
he was crazy from his childhood because like he had some trauma happen to him, and then one day he's at a party and they play a prank on him. We're giving away the whole movie, by the way.
Yeah.
I
So
know.
fuck it. So one day they play a prank on him, and it warps his mind because he remembers things from his childhood. So after they play the prank on him, he starts killing people,
Yeah, but no one knows.
but no one knows.
No one
So
knows it's him.
wait.
So we
Halloween.
did, no,
American-
The Rob Zombie version.
No.
That's what.
We
American
made that
Psycho.
one movie about that camp,
American Psycho.
like that one camp where it turns out it's a boy.
Oh yeah, with the extra with the mask.
Yeah, I later found out that movie existed. And I was like, oh,
Sleepaway Camp.
Sleepaway Camp. There you go. Yeah.
Wow.
Fuck you for not knowing.
We should still film that. That'd be pretty good thing to film.
That was Ultimate Mindfuck. And I remember the name of the main character, the one that was like fucked up in the head, because you were like, oh, his name's Aiden, because spelled backwards is Nadie, which means nobody in Spanish. And it was this thing, and I remember like, no, and then he's got to see his little sister, and that's got to symbolize something, and we just added so much shit. It was so fucking convoluted, but it was amazing.
Man. We never did anything with it.
You never did anything, but we wrote a good chunk of that.
Yeah, it's like fucking I need to find that. It's like I think I remember it was like 2 pages long or something. I need to find that again.
Yeah, dude, original Moonboy's nights. I remember it was me and him going to like the donut shop because we only fucking. So we go to Yum Yum Donuts and we call it Moonboy's. There. That was
Ultimate Moonboy's night. What the fuck that sound like?
But yeah, original that was me going to the donut shop with Mono, and we were just write random shit.
Yeah. That was pretty much what we did.
Like that whole skit of like, I don't think I've ever eaten anything that can kill me. I'm pretty sure a cow can kill you.
Yeah. What was the thing that you had about fucking eating dolphin or some shit like that?
Oh yeah, that I don't think I've ever etten anything that I was like, no, I don't think I've ever
That's
eaten
part of it,
smarter than
yeah.
me. I was like, I'm pretty sure you've eaten dolphin. I was like, isn't that what tuna's made out of anyway?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's why it's called dolphin safe tuna. It's safe for dolphins to eat it.
Oh,
you guys are crazy.
One fine day with Wolf and Purr, they was born with a council star. Cat dog? No cat dog?
Cat dog.
Oh my god.
Cat dog. Along the world,
No.
cat dog.
We're at 40.
All right, cool.
Okay, so I know we still haven't gotten to the bad and the worst.
No. Let's get down to the nitty gritty. You haven't played video games in a long time.
Wait, did you just fucking fart?
Live, though.
Everyone zoom in on that camera. Instant replay.
That was a no, by the way.
If you rewind the tape, if there's a whole chunk where he's just like,
I'm actually gonna watch it now to see what Josh was like. Oh my god, Steven shit himself.
Well, yeah, that's why I said bless your anus. Like,
Damn.
I didn't just say anything for that reason.
That's a whole lot of anus to bless, though, man. That's gonna be a lot of holy water.
Woo, buddy.
It's always dripping.
It's like a gallon's worth of holy water.
Oh, I was gonna say,
It just becomes a wet t-shirt contest at that point, doesn't it?
Not if it's your ass.
That's why I go to church.
I play
Come on, Father, I've sinned.
a lot of choose your own adventure type video games.
Midget.
And I recently played Life is Strange, and I've been fucking talking about this a lot.
That's a massive.
Man, I've never played a game that in the end I was like, did I make the right decision? Like, like no joke, dude. Like, I finished playing the game and I watched the patch and they talked about it too, and I was like, oh shit, they played the game. I haven't caught up with it in a long time, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch this one. And in the end, they were even saying the same thing. Like, he was done playing it, and then he sat down, and you're just like, I'm gonna digest and just wondering like if everything I made was the right decision. And I'm like, I want people to play that game because, The Walking Dead season 1, you wanted Clementine to be innocent and whatever. Yeah. You want her to be a certain way.
Yeah,
you know which one is really good? The Game of Thrones one.
Oh,
the Telltale Game of Thrones one. I was like,
did I fuck up? What the fuck? What did I do?
Imagine all of that, but you're emotionally invested in the character. You're with them so much that every character is deeper.
He's the same one, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And so you're like, okay, what? There's like three or four mysteries in that game, and then at one point they all just kind of get solved. Well, not solved, but revealed.
At one point they just get soft. I'm like,
no, but they get revealed, but then you're like, okay, this is the answer, but now I have to go back and figure out how to prevent this from happening, because the game, your character can time travel. So you have to do that, and by doing that, it causes the butterfly effect kind of situation, chaos theory. So shit just goes like haywire. You're just like, fuck, like, am I doing things right? And no matter what you do, I feel like in this game, the choices you make have more of an effect than if it was like in The Walking Dead, like, oh, Kenny, remember that. Like, you're an asshole. It's like, no. If something happened in the game you forgot, like something as meaningless as watering your plant. Like, your mom always texts you like, oh yeah, don't forget to water your plant. So I did it every time she texted me. And then 2 days later, my plant died. She was like, you overwatered your plant, did you? I'm like, what bitch. The fuck? That's a thing? It's like, it's just small stuff like that. And there's a lot of those small things around, and then a lot of big things. So a lot of things like have effects that you're just like, wow, like.
I think the best way to play those things is to just play it once and then never go back
that's what
again.
I do.
Yeah.
Never go back again.
And it's longer than I thought. It's about 15, 16 hours.
It's like a relationship with the one that got away, or at least you think so. Like, you want to know that it worked out at one point. You're just like, no, it wouldn't have worked out no matter what.
You know, talking about video games, you know what I really, really appreciate now is the 2-hour video game. I know a lot of people don't like that now, but I really like that now. Because it's like I get to play it, and then it's over, and then it's done. I can't take 16+ hour games anymore. I don't have time. I don't have time for it.
Story wise, or do you mean
that you can finish the story in 2 to 3 hours and have an experience?
Okay.
And then
Star Fox.
No, I mean
that's legit.
Gone Home? Does anyone play Gone Home?
No, my brother actually just finished that.
Oh, you guys should play that.
Remind your Star Fox.
Well, you have Oculus, right? In your company.
Yeah, I have an Oculus. Yeah, we were actually developing Oculus things for a while. Yeah.
Nice, that's pretty dope.
Right now it's paused, but we have plans.
Oh,
yeah, we have friends that do shit, and we do this.
Whatever. They started off here too. But no, when you're using the Oculus, do you feel immersed in the world you're in, or does it kind of take you out because you have to use
It's something else, man. That thing is something else. Has anyone else tried it?
Nope.
Hell no. No, nobody.
Nope.
That thing is something else. And the one that's gonna come out for sale, if you can buy that thing, it's.
If you have like $900, yeah.
Here's the thing.
600.
I think that a lot of people
might as well be
there's this
plus tax, boy. It's about tax, dumbass. This is
people don't understand when they put in that is that the biggest thing about that is scale. Because once you put that in, you put it on and you're like.
I was like, dude, that's not the Oculus.
Yeah, no, that's the motion controller that goes for the extra special games.
That's the sensory.
Like, I want to try the Vive more because you can move around with it.
No, you can move around with the Oculus too.
Like physically, like
yeah,
walk.
Yeah.
Oh, you can do that now?
Yeah, you can do that. It's just not like it's not optimized for it, but you can do it.
Oh, because I know for the Vive it has a thing.
This is the thing we start. Okay, for this series we made this demo of in our second season we have an underground mine. Right, so we did this level, and it was basically the mine, and what we would do is we would have people put it on, but standing, because this is the thing that you notice after a while is if you're sitting down you get nauseous, because you're moving, but your body's not moving.
Some of the stuff you posted up.
It's like a perception sort of thing.
It's a thing where you're like, why am I flying? And like, if you're standing, it doesn't feel as bad. You're still moving, but it's like this is the height it should be. And you were there. A lot of people put it on. They're like, what the fuck is this? Like, it's your mind gets blown. It's like you just go like, fuck.
I want my mind to be blown.
Just go to Chuck E. Cheese. They have that VR game.
The one with the tanks?
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
No, that's not even close. That's not even close. I know what that is, but that's not even close.
It's a test run.
The one at our local video
Here's the thing that
local
people,
franchise kids place.
I think people don't talk about. Well, I think people are starting to write about it. People should be really scared about this, because I know there's people that once they put this thing on, they're not gonna take it off. They're not gonna take it off because it just looks like
Sword Art Online all over again.
There's many things like that, like many
content
that are like that, where people are like, "Oh, this world's better than
Evercrack."
Mine."
Here's the thing, you know what? I can't play, and I can't play unless someone's around. And I know I'm gonna sound like a pussy, but I don't think people get it. I can't play the horror games.
No,
it's very unpleasant. I can play a horror game on the screen, but there's something very fucked up about the idea that like the thing is there.
Oh,
the thing is. It's there.
Should we make a video of playing a horror game with an Oculus on? I would love to fucking do that.
If you guys want to donate down, the link is below.
Hey, you can buy the new one. Yeah, the one that's fuck the dev kit. Now you can have
the actual thing in a couple months.
Yeah. Dude, we could just get every single.
I wouldn't mind doing that. That'd be fun.
And we would be halfway there.
And we still wouldn't make it.
Well, we're halfway there.
If he put it in the way how he said it, we have to be standing up the whole time when we're playing the game.
No.
Wow, if we got legs.
Come on.
No, it's the best way to do it.
No, I got no problem with that.
Actually, the new one's supposed to be much better at it. Because it has, I remember I put it on recently because they had the update, and I played the horror game, the one that's like...
Outlast?
After something, or like...
Soma?
No, it starts with an A, and it's about a hotel and a hospital and a carnival. Well, that game.
What the fuck was that?
They updated the thing where it now runs really well. It runs at around 90 frames per second.
Jesus.
And that just feels like I think Magaña put it on. I gave him that. And he's like, it's real life. It is literally real life. Like you will be staring at walls because you just can't understand that you're somewhere else. Your brain doesn't like it. It's like,
well, my brain's gonna have to fucking get you.
But you know what the thing
is? It's like
when
you put mittens on kittens.
And and because we were actually developing stuff for this, we did a lot of tests with people. Like we did notice that if you are over 40, your brain really doesn't like this. you will get nauseous, and they will never. It like, there's a lot of people before they were like, fuck this, like fuck it, like people our age. I was able to be in that thing for I think 6 hours, and at the end of 6 hours, I felt weird, but I was able to handle it. But we brought in kids to try on the fucking thing. Oh, they just don't understand that there's the difference. They just put it on like, yeah, I'm in another place. Fuck it. They're like ready for it. They're ready for it. Like how we were ready for computers, they're ready for this thing. Yeah. And they're just gonna live in that shit.
Yeah, well, fuck me.
Yeah. Is
I'd be down.
To be fucked or for the Oculus?
Well, both.
Fucked in the Oculus.
Oh God.
It's a thing.
I wouldn't mind playing some video games with that thing.
Yeah,
That'd be pretty
cool.
cool.
I want to use
Someone in this room sent me clips of that.
What is that?
Send him watch clips.
No, it was her. She was laughing at him.
Yeah.
I mean,
she's laughing about
it. She thinks it's funny.
Amanda's innocent.
She didn't actually send me clips of actual videos. What she did was she sent me a BuzzLink feed where they were talking about it. It was
right. Or is it me too?
Right. Oh fuck, I'm like.
I mean, Mucho or Macho, whatever the fuck it's called. No, but yes, guys, I want to try Oculus. I want to try VR because I want to be immersed in shit. But I really want to try the Vive because they said that just because you have that scope of the room.
It's better than the Oculus right now. I don't know if the Oculus is going to come out is going to be better than the Vive. I don't know.
Well, the Vive is not done yet either.
Yeah.
Right? But it's also going to be like $900 for that one.
Oh, yeah. That's way too expensive.
Donate now. 373 followers.
The one thing is it has Valve behind it, so that's, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
That's going to be pretty cool then.
Look, I get disoriented just playing Portal regularly. Imagine playing Portal with the VR
You can't.
headset.
That's the thing a lot of people understand. There's a lot of things you can't do with it. Not because you can't do it literally. Like you can't. You shouldn't. Like physically, there's a lot of things that you should not. Being. Yeah, you
Watch
should
me.
not do it. You should just not do it. There's a lot of things
porn
that
down.
Like, you know what? This is scary.
You heard me.
This is the scariest thing I've ever seen in my life, and I'm just gonna describe it. And it's something that it's kind of like going on a fucking acid trip, and no one knows because no one's been there. We made this. We started the level, and obviously there's just darkness. It's just empty space into infinity. And I put it on, and then I look at that infinity, and that was horrible. That doesn't exist. I was like,
did I ever tell you guys about the dream I had where I died and you know usually in dreams when you die,
and you were in a Gaspar Noé
you wake up?
Yeah.
I decided in my dream to stay like asleep, and man, was I scared shitless because it was the same thing.
Yeah, because you get sleep paralysis.
Oh, okay. Because I was literally, it was just darkness, and I was like, I'm here, and that's it. And that lasted what felt like forever. Because I remember it happened. Then later on, I met up with with some friends over Thugs Mansion, and it's still in my head. I'm like, you guys, like this is what happened in my dream, and like it was so overwhelming. It was just so weird that it just completely. No, Steven, I didn't wake up and the lights were off.
It wasn't that. It was just like it's one of those things where you're thinking about it, and you're like, why did man create God? In fear of that.
Oh,
so that we wouldn't have to face it.
And then
Superman the end.
It sounds like
that's what I was thinking the whole time. I was just
like a deleted scene of Inception.
I was trying to deliver that line funny because it's offensive to people.
And that's why I don't turn on the lights in the hallway.
Because you,
exactly.
You are your house's monster.
No.
Fuck you.
But no, it's unsettling.
Fuck you, Josh.
To be in complete darkness, dude. I remember when we went to Santa Cruz and went to one of the caves, and it was like, turn off your cell phone.
Oh, that's right.
And we were in. It was darkness so
dark.
Yeah, it was something that I never had.
So dark that you feel it.
No, but it felt tense. It felt thick, dude. It was weird.
This is the thing. This is the thing
like
about
a fat
VR.
booty.
There's experiences that are very soft. They're like, oh, look at it's you're in like a sci-fi kind of place. But even those ones have because they're lazy, so they just kind of have darkness. They don't have a sky or anything. So you're like walking in this like Tron-like place, and then you look up and you're like, there's something there. Like there's something up there. Like it just feels oppressive as fuck. Like it just feels like, oh shit. And because it has depth, it's literally the actual depth. It's fucking creepy. But yeah, there's a lot of things that you shouldn't do with that thing.
I want to try that.
Yeah.
Like I think I'm already going insane. So like, why not?
Oh, and the other thing, the
What
best
are you
experience
saying?
I had, and it was on the same level that we made for our thing. Our level is supposed to be like a tour where you like kind of like you go, you see the mine, you see like the stuff that people that work there have. There was this thing that we were making. It was a canyon, like an underground canyon with like an underground river. And we added the physics to it. We added the fucking floating physics. So I kind of like, because it was like a jump thing they were doing. Like you have to jump from one part to the other. And I fell. And I'm like, oh, okay, I float. This works. And then I kind of stayed there. And then I looked up. And then I looked at the fucking realistic fucking things. And I just stayed there for half an hour. Because it felt like when you go on a trip to like somewhere and you're on a pool and you're kind of like contemplating existence. That's what I think people don't understand about the Oculus. It's not going to be like, oh, I want to play Call of Duty on that shit. No, it's going to be something else, man. It's going to be the idea of like, I can go to Everest.
You got to go to Mars.
I can go to Everest and I can actually understand what height is. Like, another really scary thing was being next to a whale. Like a fucking whale. Like a fucking sperm whale.
I've heard about that one.
It's the size of a fucking sperm whale. Like, I've never seen anything this big. Ever in my life. I've never seen it. I've technically never seen it, but my brain doesn't know that.
Oh, God.
That's the creepy part.
Thanks for calling me.
I'm already getting creeped. I'm already getting creeped out just by listening to this. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah. No, I
You're just like, imagine being in a world where I didn't have hair on my arms.
Cries tears of joy.
It brings him back to just.
And he gets stuck in the Oculus Rift, so when he takes off, it's like goggles.
Just imagine, you're gonna get weird like town lines if you ever play in the.
You get them though. You get the fucking.
Now, how do you feel about augmented reality?
I really like it. I really like what Microsoft is doing.
Yeah, I want to try that out. Really, man.
Yeah.
I'm more interested in augmented reality than I am in VR, only because I want to see interaction with the real world versus like
I remember seeing a video about something. It was like augmented reality pictures, where it's like you would take a picture and you would that's phone augmented reality. We mean the thing that you put on. Oh, well, you imagine that like you literally. Say if like Google Glass obviously it didn't work out, but say later on in the future they build something where it's like Google Glass where you put some glasses on and you can see stuff out in the world. Now imagine just walking down the streets and like Minority Report where the ads are moving videos. Yeah. Like that's the possibility.
I wish that wouldn't happen though. God.
That's gonna happen.
That's gonna happen. Ads
that's the.
I'm calling it now.
That's the thing when you start working on this stuff. Like, and does anybody have a good computer here? Like a really good computer?
Okay. That's pretty good. Yeah.
Get Unreal. It's free. Just get Unreal. Start fucking with it. You can do whatever the fuck you want in it. It's a video game making thing. A lot of architects are starting to use it because like it's apparently really good for that shit. But you can literally start developing ads that you can then port into
Madison
that
Avenue
stuff.
Bastard.
Yeah, no, you can do it. Like it's gonna happen because if you can do it, they can fucking do it. It's just gonna happen. That's the world we're going to.
Hell yeah.
We're going into. Did anybody see that fucking Cloud Atlas movie?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, do you remember that scene in fucking Korea where they go into the hotel?
Jim Sturgis is like,
being really racist. Yeah, but no, like the fucking Korean hotel.
Story.
It's been a while, but
he goes in. It's just white walls. Mm-hmm. That's what it's gonna be. That's what probably the world is gonna be. It's just gonna be fucking white walls, but you have your fucking thing. So when you go in, there's furniture there that doesn't exist. I'm okay with that. There's a fucking white square, but you see a fucking sofa because that's the one you want. Like,
oh man, this
is
amazing.
Shit. Yeah.
Oh man, fuck this.
And you know, with what we're like technology wise, it's getting there. That's where it's going. That's a very real possibility. That's not even a thing of like, oh, that's some science fiction bullshit that can happen.
Science now.
Not in my lifetime.
That's quite a possibility.
All I know is I'll never be able to see that wall the same way again.
You know what we're not ready for either? We're not ready for anti-VR activists. We're not ready for anti-VR terror. There's so many things that we're not ready for.
Remember how fast they were like, no Google Glass inside my store, no vapes neither.
No. Well, that's just
now we'd be like, I don't want to
see it's electronic cigarettes on virtual glasses.
With this, and now they know that shit kills you too.
Well, I mean,
oh yeah.
I mean,
I think putting smoke into your body in general will kill you.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Josh wants to quit.
I've been trying for like.
You haven't been trying, you little bitch.
Oh no! That's the empty one.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
That's just for nostalgic reasons.
That's the new one.
Oh my god, Josh.
Yeah.
Camel brand cigarettes.
Josh, you will never.
You know what's
quit.
funny, and what I keep thinking about right now is the fact that we're talking about all this like technology and where things are going, and like we're having really good conversations. But I'm not lying. The title of this video is probably going to be like, "Is Superman homophobic?"
Oh, like, that's as it should be.
No, you gotta write the title so that people actually search for that kind of thing.
People are going to search for Superman, especially with the next couple of weeks, and they're going to search for homophobic probably.
Oculus
Trump is in the news.
I like it.
Donald Trump.
That's Superman versus Batman.
Superman versus Trump.
You do
random bullshit.
You should do is like, is Superman a Trump supporter?
Oh my god!
Or would Superman be a Trump supporter?
I
think he would.
He can't. He's an illegal
Wait,
alien.
no. Did he win Kansas? Did he win Kansas or did Ted Cruz get Kansas?
Keep talking, I will let you know.
Ted Cruz didn't get dick.
Yeah. Either way, Superman is probably homophobic, racist, and all those other things. And he wears a white cape in the weekend.
Make America
red,
great.
white, and blue. Oh no! The funny part is, it's red, white, and blue, but they never said if it wasn't a Confederate. Wait, what happened?
He's made him into a Klansman, pretty much.
I like no one got that one. He wears a white cape on the weekend.
I didn't hear that.
To tell you, turn into a Klansman the whole time.
Okay, that was
a completely different costume.
I was like, okay, so he wears red, white, and blue, but it's also in the Confederate color. So
there you go. That's a good way of putting
They
it too.
call him the Grand Wizard on the weekend.
That's his other super.
But honestly, I don't think he'll ever be a Donald Trump supporter because he's illegal himself.
Donald Trump would deny his support, but he'll take the money.
That's true.
Yep,
He would.
That's true.
I like the GOP is GOP. But
Superman is an anchor, baby. That's literally.
Oh my god.
anyways, you guys, I believe that should be the end of our podcast there. Thank you all yet again for watching us. Hit that thumbs up button if you enjoyed it. If you watched it all the way through, also check out El Porvenir.
Yes, and you can watch it at El
Porvenir.
Laserie.com.
Spell it out. No, I'm joking.
That's really long.
No, we'll try to link
Again,
that
you can find it. I think if you put Macho Me Too El Porvenir, you can find it there too. For now, I think I don't know if they've taken it down. And the other one is the we make a web series festival every year, and submissions are open. So if you make web content, you can submit that to
What kind of web content? What kind of web content are we talking about?
We should make something. We should make something for
Fiction
that.
web content.
Can we talk about this off camera?
No, it's a plug.
Oh, okay.
BajaWebfest.com.
One last thing I did want to ask you about El Porvenir. There is a street El Porvenir near Denmark.
Oh, really?
Did you ever look at that?
No, but I've noticed it's kind of like Elm Street. There's one in every fucking place.
Yeah. And okay, it wasn't El Porvenir, it was Sal Si Puedes.
Oh my god, dude.
Okay.
Yo, get your shit straight, man. Get your
We
shit
got
straight.
very local here. Thank you all for watching. You guys have a good one.
Clark Kent works for TMZ.